Hello everyone, welcome back to Devils TV. This is a Fulham with this match night preview. After match night's disappointing but promising performance against Arsenal, we travel to Craven Cottage to play Fulham, and yeah, we very hopeful, of course, as United fans, to get our first win of the season today, actually, because the game's today. So yeah, and yeah, after a long time, I've joined again by Neil. So yeah, man, give us your thoughts on this game.
This game, I would say, like literally, Fulham, like against Arsenal. I didn't watch
Uh,
the game, but I got to know. I got to know many good things about the team, especially about new signings, Cunha and Mbuemo.
yeah,
Mbue, how to pronounce his name? Because it's
Mbumo,
really difficult.
Mbumo.
Mbumo, yeah, Mbumo. And it's actually, and correction to all those United fans, actually, it's not Ruben Amiran, it's Ruben Amorim. Actually,
Mbumo.
it's Ruben Amorim. So bear with me if I call him Amiran. So sorry, but no, no. I'm really excited to this season. Our dangerous. And I guess every player got the credit. Every player except Bayern Deal. I don't think so. It's his fault. That should have been a foul
Yeah, it should have
on
been.
like that should have been a foul, like seriously. And Ruben Amorim had a clash with the reporter. Like he did the same again he did the same game. He did the same mistake against Spurs. No, there was no VAR in that game. And in
Yeah,
this game, we had VAR till the goal was allowed.
yeah,
So Arsenal were lucky, and I would say underrated player was Dorgu. And
yeah,
Dorgu was very underrated. I no appreciation at all from him, but I still think he was a threat. I guess most of our attack will be on the left side. Dorgu.
yeah,
I guess we will get to see the most of him today.
yeah,
And I would love to see Aiden Heaven today in action against Fulham as well.
mm,
Aiden Heaven, I would love
yeah,
to see him. I like Shaw. Okay, he will be a centre back. I won't. I don't like to see him as a wing back. I would like to see him as a centre back, but not occasionally. I want to see rotation as well. And for God's sake, I mean, yeah, it was like a defense. And Matthias did him have the match performance as
yeah.
usual. I can
You're correct.
Scholes.
And it's possible.
Paul Scholes, where are you? I don't know. Where is he? I don't know, man. Rio Ferdinand, literally call him out. Where is Paul Scholes? Maybe we wanted to keep Onana, but wanted to sell him, and we are potentially signing a new goalkeeper.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
Lamin.
Lemons.
Yeah, his name is Sam Lamans from Royal Antwerp of the Belgian league. Yeah,
I guess, I guess any keeper in the world will be an upgrade over Onana and Bandy right now.
but I think we can talk about signings a bit after we cover the game. So I think I think tomorrow gotta be interesting because Fulham actually have a pretty good team. They've got Enes Smith Rowe, Andreas Pereira, uh, Marco Silva, of course, is their manager. Is done. But Fulham are they're like for me the quintessential mid-table side in the Premier League.
I
Um,
would still think, they are a pretty good, at least for a conference league, because it's a good team. Harry Wilson, Marco Silva is very underrated manager. He's a very underrated manager in my opinion, and they've got a very good team with like players are very underrated in my opinion, especially Leno, Bassi, many
yeah,
other players.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I have their player list in front of me right now. They've got Issa Diop, Harry Wilson, Sander Berg, Calvin Bassey, Joshua King, Raul Jimenez, Adama Traore, Iwobi. Yeah, it's pretty. Joaquim Anderson, who scored against us last season, I think, against against for Palace. So yeah, they got a very good team. But yeah, I think I think will be a great test for Ruben Amorim's side because I think personally, if we play Fulham on a good side, but if we play like how we did against Arsenal, I expect us to absolutely smash them. And yeah, I'm very excited as well. I'm not sure about you, but I'm very excited to see Benjamin Sesko on his for his full debut. Well, he'll be starting hopefully today, and also Ahmad hopefully will be starting ahead of Dallo. So yeah, I think those two attack-minded changes.
To be honest,
Yeah,
to be honest, I don't want to see Dalo at right because he was not that threatening. And I would say, I would love to see more of Mazraoui and Not Mazraoui. Mazraoui would be a centre back, I guess. More of a centre back. I would love to see more of Amal or Mbuemo. Even Mbuemo would work in that way. But he
Yeah,
will
yeah,
be more of a. But I can't understand one thing right now. Why is like okay, Cunha? Okay, Cunha is used as a number 10.
yeah.
Mbuemo is used as a number 10. But why is Bruno used in the midfield, to midfield? Like okay, if Bruno goes above the pitch, because this I can't understand. This one thing I can't understand right now. One second, one second. This one thing I can't understand right now. This like why are we playing a two-man midfield? Because Casemiro is typically he is finished, not finished, but he is type of like he's on this decline.
Yeah.
Ugarte, I mean Ugarte, people are saying he's not reliable. That's the problem. And sometimes he's a bit itchy, but we have to give him game time. I would say Ugarte is the better option. Even Collier, but Collier is going to West Brom on loan. I guess he's going to West Brom on loan. And the problem, I can't understand, man. Sometimes like Bruno, if he's the number 10, why he is being dropped down the field and played as a number 8?
Well, first, I think it's simply because Ruben Amorim is just being shoehorned there because he can't play many because he can't drop Mbumo or Cunha. So, from Amorim's perspective, has to be in the team for some reason. So he'll play in a pivot. But I think, yeah, I completely agree. I think he's a liability because I think that Bruno Fernandes is a player who he is a risk taker. But those risks sometimes are very risky. I mean, in the Europa League final, it was him giving the ball away, which led to Spurs' goal. And yeah, I personally think he'll be a liability in that position, but because he just gives the ball away way too much. At 10, that's maybe okay, but as a number 8, you can't do that in the middle of the pitch. It's way too risky
Then
at
the
10.
problem is, and the problem with this team, the problem with this team is like um like see one second. You just continue.
Yeah. Well, to continue what I was saying, Bruno Fernandes, listen, I do have a theory actually on why we didn't sign Bruno Fernandes this summer, and I've discussed it a lot with other Manchester United fans who I know, and I think there's a collective sort of theory going on in the fan base that I personally think what's happened is that Bruno Fernandes actually wanted to go to Saudi Arabia this summer. However, the club convinced him to stay for another year. The reasoning for this would likely be because Bruno Fernandes, listen, has carried us for a long time. I was adamant of selling him after the Europa League final, but you cannot deny that he has been carrying us for a long time. So Manchester United are probably worried, like nervous about selling Bruno Fernandes. So what they're likely, in my opinion, doing is that I think they're gonna see. I think Amram. I actually think Bruno will play less this season. I think Amram maybe not immediately, but I think throughout the course of the season, he will experiment how the team does without Bruno. And once we see the team perform well without Bruno, I think I'll go to Saudi Arabia next summer and we'll get the money in for a midfielder, personally.
Okay, it's okay if he doesn't leave, but it's okay if he doesn't leave. But why this Casemiro is not leaving, man? Seriously, like why
I mean,
this Casemiro is
who will buy him?
at this club?
Who will buy him?
Sorry,
Who will buy Casemiro?
Saudi. He could have gone to Al Nassr, man, and
No,
he
but I mean,
like
I personally think if they wanted him, he would have gone. But like, I don't think they want him right now for some reason. So
seriously, man. And also, man, I'm like seriously, even the midfield. I mean, the goalkeeper situation as well, man. Onana. I mean, yeah, seriously, man. Like, and also on entire preseason, I just can't get this one thing. Entire preseason, Hoyland was our main striker,
yeah,
and all of a sudden, he's like, "No, you have to get out." Like, see, dude, he was performing in preseason, man,
no,
and
yeah,
now all of a sudden,
no, go on, go on.
all of a sudden, Ruben saying like, "Oh no, you are out." But I don't think so. I don't know if he'll go or not to either of the Serie A clubs, but. But you know what pisses me off because there will be only one striker if he goes of Seshko because Xerxes is not a striker.
No,
Cunha, he can play as a striker, but I won't prefer him as a striker. Cunha, Mason, and for God's sake, Mason Mount. I like. Okay, he
they
was
do
good in that game against Arsenal, but not as a striker. Please,
not
sorry,
as
forgive me,
yeah.
not as striker.
I mean,
And who are the second missions we have got? You tell me. Except no, he left. Leave Chido Obi Martin out.
yeah, yeah.
Who else left?
Then we have no one, and yeah, I completely agree with you. But I think I don't know. I think it's Omar Barada did say that he had a rule that at Manchester United you'll have 2 years to do well. If you don't do well after 2 years, you're gone. I think that's what's happening here. I personally think it's not Amarim. I think it's the board pushing Hoyland to go. Personally, but it does concern me because I think Xerxes. The thing with Xerxes, I like him as a player. I think he's a good footballer, and I like his first touches, his tricks and skills and all that. But the fact of the matter is, why did we buy Xerxes? We bought him to score goals, and if he's playing as a number 10 to get assists, I need more goals and assists from Xerxes this season if he'll be the
More
backup plan.
assists, I would say, than goals.
Yeah, but yeah, we need more of both. So yeah, I think that's one concern. But I don't know, maybe the board's perspective is that we have no Europe this season, so we'll be fine with Sesko at striker. I don't agree with that, but I mean that's what the decision they're going with. So
No, because the board. Remember, the board convinced Tenak to buy Xerxes because that's what FSG did with FSG did with Liverpool for Klopp when Liverpool. For Liverpool, Klopp wanted Brandt, but FSG told him no, you will get Salah. And look at Salah.
yeah,
Xerxes, on the other hand, I would say if Mbuemo, if he plays wing back, like it's simple mathematics. Play Xerxes at number 10.
yeah,
Simple mathematics.
yeah, I agree. But I mean, we'll have to see how that situation develops. And yeah, the latest on Hoyland I've heard is that he is keen, he is interested in going to Napoli. And currently, a deal is being discussed, which would be a loan on an obligation to buy him. So he'd permanently move to
I won't
Napoli.
be, but where will he play, man? Because Lukaku, he will back up to Lukaku. He can't start out of
But
Lukaku.
Lukaku is injured, so I'm guessing he will try to compete with Lukaku. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how
So
that'll
do
work
you
out.
think? So do you
Yeah,
think he's gone? Do you think he's gone?
I think he's gone. I mean, I think
No,
because
no, but I mean, next season permanently he will be gone. That's what I'm asking.
I'm not sure. That I'm not sure because we're still not sure if it'll be a loan deal or an obligation to buy deal. We're still not sure. But yeah, so I'll have to see what happens with that. And yeah, on the transfer market as well, I think I really hope. I mean, we still have around 6 days, 7 days left of the window. I hope we get a midfielder, but I'm not sure. I mean, latest,
We are not getting the fielder. Yeah,
because
I'm
I mean,
saying.
the last midfielder we were linked to is Angelo Stiller, who I would love at Manchester United. However, I think Florian Plettenberg, who's very good around German news, have said that Stuttgart will not sell him this summer. So yeah, I think we're stuck with the midfield we've got. And yeah, I personally think that I don't think he will do it, Amram, not quite yet. But for me, Mainu Nagate, in my opinion, is our best midfield pivot. So yeah, I hope he tries it out more. And yeah, because I think uh, and also I think next summer as well, the midfield. What I would say about the midfield is next summer expect a complete overhaul. Like I expect two midfield signings next summer, which is a bit unfortunate because we need one right now. But yeah, I think what United are doing is that they're waiting for Carlos Baliba next summer, which is very risky. But yeah, it is what it is on that. And yeah, I think we actually haven't got to the lineups yet. So I just realized. So yeah, just do that real quick. In goal, I think I actually I might be wrong, but I actually think I play Binder because one thing to keep in mind is that from against Arsenal, Onana was available. He got back from his injury, so he was available, but he still started Binder. So and also
So I will either start. I will either start. A National League goalkeeper than Onana, right?
yeah, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, understandable. And yeah, I mean, with potentially Lamens coming in, we'll talk about it a bit later. But things will change
Sandro,
very quickly.
Luke
Sorry.
Shaw. Luke Shaw. You tried to
Yeah,
Sandro.
yeah. Sorry, I don't know. My brain went off there. Sorry. Luke Shaw at left center back. Oh, no, sorry, it's middle. Well, here will be Matthijs de Ligt. And by the way, I think one thing to I think one of the center backs are actually very important in the system. One thing we learned from the Arsenal game because Yoro and Delit pinging long balls to Mbumo and Kone, that happened a lot against Arsenal. So probably see more of that today. Right center back, yeah, Lenny Yoro, man, he's so good. Um,
Yeah,
then,
very
good
nice.
show. Then yeah, wing backs, Patrick Dogu. Hopefully he has another good game.
Uh, you did a
Yeah.
mistake.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I fixed that. Right now, let me have. Okay, here. I think yeah, here is Matthias de Ligt, and then yeah, there Lucia, and then in the midfield pivot, I think it'll be Casemiro because Mainu and Bruno Fernandes, I think that's way too offensive, and Casemiro, and Ngalde didn't have a good game against Arsenal, so I think he'll go for Casemiro. And then the two tens will be Cunha and
And
Mbumo.
Mbuemo.
I think it was a bit frustrating. The both of them were very good, but the finishing was just a bit lacking. I think both of them had great runs, but the finishing was just a bit
No,
lacking. I
no,
think
not finishing. One save from Raya. Oh my god, that header
that
from
was
Mbuemo.
what. And by the way, that was Dogu's cross. His crossing was very underrated. What a cross by Dogu that was. And
Crossing, he's shooting, everything is underrated.
yeah, and I think Boom and Cunha, I think they're the type of players who once they score one, then they'll score a lot. So, like get into their rhythm. So hopefully they can get their first goals tonight. At striker Benjamin Sesko. One thing I will say, I like Rasmus Højlund a lot, but there's a big difference with Benjamin Sesko. If you, because I rewatched the game and tried to look at Sesko the best as I could, and whereas Hoyland would always try to wrestle with defenders, Sesko always looks for space. He always tries to separate himself from defenders, and he seems to be an, more of an intelligent footballer than Rasmus Hoyland from what I've seen in that half an hour. I think, and I like Hoyland, but I will say that I was very impressed with Sesko, and that hopefully he does good
Don't
tonight.
forget, don't
Yeah.
forget his idol Zlatan.
Zlatan, yeah, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And yeah, also I would say expect a lot of crosses into the box with him in there. And we have
And
also
one question, another question is
yeah,
Mbuemo fat?
no, I don't think so.
Because that clip went viral with his big ass and his stomach in his debut against Everton, Premier League series, summer series.
But he
That
was back.
photo went viral.
I think people need to calm down. He just came back from holiday, so just chill out.
Like
I
I'm
think
like okay, no, he's a very good player. I'm just joking around, but come on, man. Seriously,
yeah. I mean, yeah, him and Cunha, particularly Cunha, was so exciting. Like finally, we have a good Brazilian at the football club with Cunha, and yeah, can't wait. Actually, like
finally, yeah, sorry, yeah.
so I was just saying that yeah, like genuinely, like I'm excited to watch United because I think this game is very important because we proved that we can perform well against the top side, but that's not different from any other United manager. You know, against with Jose, we beat Man City. Next week, lost to West Brom. With Oli, we beat Man City and Spurs back to back. Then we lost to Watford. This is nothing new. So now we need to perform like this against the mid-table
Under
teams.
Tenag, under Tenag, we lost. We lost to Luton Town, and we again lost to Liverpool.
Yeah, Ten Hag we don't talk about.
And
But yeah,
also
yeah,
Eric Tenag or Eric Tendays, I would say, lost. He's losing since preseason. He's losing. He's
yeah,
losing. He lost his debut Bundesliga match. He lost. He's
yeah,
losing since his preseason.
yeah. I mean, yeah, let's see what happens with that. But yeah, I think, yeah, and oh yeah, also I forgot. Now we can talk a bit more about transfer news. But yeah, just saw that I think this was news from last night that Bruno Fernandes. Apparently, there were more rumors of Manchester United receiving a bid for Bruno Fernandes from Saudi Arabia. I don't think you can sell him now because in 9 days, I don't think we have the time to sell him just and buy his replacements. So yeah, I think
Another thing, I think
yeah,
people are making assumptions again. Oh, people are making assumptions. Like, oh, 2013 we lost the first game of the season. 2013 and today we lost the first game of the season. And next game is Fulham we won. Next game is Fulham we won. That year we won the title. this year, imagine if we can win the title. But seriously, man, calm down. Even if we get top six, that will be big achievement. Top
Yeah,
five.
yeah, big achievement, big achievement. And yeah, and on yeah, I'll talk about I think I expect on transfers. We can talk with more about positively about transfers. One signing I do expect us to make is sign Lamens from Royal Antwerp. From what I have seen, he is very talented goalkeeper. Reminds me a little bit of De Gea when he first at Atletico Madrid. Not in terms of his playing style, but in terms of he's a very young raw goalkeeper where so Alex could see the potential in the hair to be the best in the world. So I think we see something like that with Lamens. And yeah, what I would say is that if we bring him in, he would not be a starter, unfortunately. I think he would eventually, over the course of the season, take on Anna's place as the first choice goalkeeper. And yeah,
Have
I'm completely.
to. I will kill Amiran. I will kill Amorim.
I mean, yeah, and Lamens also across Europe's top, not top five leagues, but across all of Europe's leagues, he had the highest goal preventions in all of Europe. He prevented 14.6 goals for Royal Antwerp last season.
Bro.
Uh, yeah, and I mean, listen, of course you can say it's the Belgian league, but I think goalkeeper is a very unique position. And
Also, one more thing. One more thing. How shameless Jaden Sancho is, man. Like
oh
seriously,
yeah,
Angle Di how shameless he is, man.
oh
Like
dude,
one thing,
him and Ganacho, my God.
no. Canacho leave him like he's snake already. Okay, people call Di Maria a snake, but at least Di Maria he left United. He at least left United to save his career.
And we got like 50 million from him.
But when he went to PSG, and look at Sancho, bro. He could have went to Juventus, but no. He could have went to Besiktas, but no.
Or Roma.
Or Roma. Roma would have been perfect for Sancho actually.
Yeah,
The
for sure.
Syria.
Yeah, but I think the Serie A would actually suit. I think he could actually do well in well there. You know, if Sancho was a footballer with ambition, he'd look at that move and be like, okay, I'll smash it in Serie A, then maybe I have a chance to make the World Cup squad. But I think that he'll just, do it out of
Garnacho. Is Garnacho moving to Chelsea?
he should do. I mean, I think Fabrizio Romano has said that he expects the deal to happen, but but I think what Chelsea are doing, they're waiting late in the window so that they can scam United and get a cheap and they can get a cheap fee for him. They can pay a cheap fee for him. So, but yeah, no, for me personally, 40 million plus 10 million in add-ons, and I throw a sell-on clause on there. Anything less, then yeah, piss off. You're staying here. You're
Bro,
not
he's
going on.
making, he's making Tevez 2.0. Garnacho.
No, I mean, like, bro, bro, I think he told. Apparently, there's a rumor that he told United that you let me go to Chelsea or I'll stay here for 6 to 12 months. And I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Bro, it's better to hear his contract. If this was for Alex, then he's dead. He was dead.
Dude, Sir Alex fucking if Sir Alex used to he gave David Beckham a bollocking for a haircut. What do you think he'd do to Garnacho and Sancho right now? My God.
So
Uh
Sancho is different. Sancho, Garnacho, they are Tevez 2.0. One other one is like Sancho is like I would say terminate their contract. That would be better.
yeah, but I mean
Terminating their contract.
realistically you can't do that unfortunately because Garnacho has 3 years left on his contract and Sancho is on 350k a week, so very difficult to do that. So honestly the best thing I do think Garnacho to Chelsea could happen, but Sancho I think we'll just let him rot here. I think that's the most
And
likely way.
Anthony to Real Betis can happen as well.
It can happen, yeah. It's just that Betis are broke as hell, so that's just the main issue for them. But yeah, still trying to do a deal, and I think Malasia as well in talks with Roma, I believe, and then yeah,
Uh,
Hoyland probably
I
going off.
mean, I mean, I mean, United medical staff ruined his career. To be honest with you,
Actually,
you
I
know,
don't think. Actually, from what I know, Malasia he actually chose his own doctors. But United wanted
Sorry?
to. United provided our doctors to him, but he chose his own doctors in the Netherlands. So I think it's his fault to be honest.
This
But
is actually.
it's sad though. But yeah, I mean, he was a very good player when he first broke through. I mean, he displaced Luke Shaw for a few games when he was actually in his prime, and he was a good squad player for Luke and competing against Luke Shaw. It's sad how it ended, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we have Dogu now. I'm happy with him. So yeah, And yeah, I don't think I'll just go through Twitter real quick. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Just see if there's any other transfer news we have. Okay, this is interesting. I am not sure if it's credible. I think you probably have heard of them, but Indy Kayla, who broke the Belieber story, David Ornstein gave credit to them. They're saying that Al Ittihad are exploring a deal to sign Casemiro. Um, Very interesting. I could see that happening actually because if Al Ittihad do want Casemiro, then I think we have enough time to buy one midfielder to replace him. So
I
yeah,
mean,
I think
United are monitoring for Baleba, right?
yeah, but that's only possible next summer, Believer, unfortunately. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're not off here. I think before we end off, score predictions for today.
2-0 United.
All right, I'll say 3-0. Yeah, hopefully we can. It's been such a long time since we play like that against Arsenal, smash them, send a statement to the league that we're back, and yeah, we can all
And
sleep.
we made Victor, and we made Victor Gyökeres into Victor nothing.
Yeah, uh, Victor,
Right, bro,
many
have you seen his first touch? Have you seen his first touch of Victor Gyökeres? Oh my God! Oh,
he touched
thank
his,
God! Like, oh my God!
he touched his head more than he touched the ball.
No, his touch and and he left the ball behind. I'm like, wow, unbelievable, man, unbelievable.
Yeah, he saved
Like
cross.
steam. But yesterday he played well actually against Leeds. He was good.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to see if he can do it against a better team.
No, at the same, I guess he was not fitness like he wasn't that good. And look out and shout out and Eberechi is an
Yeah,
Arsenal player, which I can't get it. I can't get in my head. Where will he play? Where will he
well,
play?
I guess. Well, I mean, Odegaard. They don't have a number 10 who can get goals and assists, so now they have that. What does it?
Odegaard's
So
injured, yeah. But when Odegaard will come back, then where will he play? Then
I
where
guess
will he play? Then,
they'll compete. I guess, and I think Eze can also play have left.
oh, they're playing in the Champions League, right? So yeah, they actually need a big spot. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully we'll the next season, and yeah, let's see what happens. So yeah, I think we're off here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to smash like and subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be notified and we upload the next video. Watch long will be there. I'm not sure. I think it should be a good time for India, so I'm gonna watch it again.
Hopefully, I will try. If it comes in my TV, then
Yeah, all right then. So see you guys for the watch long, and thank you so much for watching.